Okay, welcome. My name is Chuck Williams, and I'm the founder and president of Team of Hope. And obviously, I'm a crystal executive with Isagenix. So today, I'm going to be doing a Getting Started Right training with Patricia Watson. She's been kind enough to allow me to record this for others in the future who can watch it. I want to start at teamofhope.com. It's my team blog, and simply teamofhope.com. On the front page, we have our simple, effective 7-step system of duplication. And I'm constantly updating that, upgrading it as little tweaks and things, but it's pretty fine-tuned right now. It's very exciting. So those 7 steps are what we use to build our business. And Patricia, that's really the emphasis of what I want you to focus on your first 90 days. But I do want to give you the complete background for some of the other things you were asking me. I want to fill those in for you. So if you come down under the 7 steps, first of all, you'll see I have a recording here of a 7 steps training I did this past Saturday. You might want to watch that and go through that if you're brand new and haven't seen that training before. It'll help you understand the details of the 7 steps. And even step 1, I've greatly improved since I did that video. So check that out thoroughly. It'll really help you build your business. This next part, Patricia, I know you're familiar with this, but we want all of our new people to, come down a little bit further on the front page of teamofhope.com, and you'll see the live presentation schedule. This schedule is comprehensive. It's got your Monday through Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 5 p.m. Pacific, all 4 nights. And then on Tuesday nights, we're at a second call later in the night for our West Coast team, but you can always get the latest information. And it's very important you come here because the Zoom meetings, different leaders have different Zoom meetings. So for each day, you got to kind of go and make sure you're in the right Zoom meeting, or you're going to have a lonely meeting. And you want to use these for your prospects. So make sure you know what you're doing here. It'll always be kept up to date right here for you. Underneath that is this here where it says daily group power hour. I highly recommend this to all the people that are interested in building a business. It's actually 2 hours a day. And we don't expect you to be on all of them, but whenever you can, if you can plug in, it's just kind of a set time where we get together. In the beginning, there's usually a couple questions and tips. And then the rest of the hour, we all spend just doing income producing activities to help each of us grow our business. It's very, very useful. I'm so happy that CC, president, has made it available to all of us on the team. So that information's right there. Under that is our Saturday morning. Well, it's actually Saturday noon Eastern, and then Saturday morning, the rest of the country. This is typically led by Kwang Soo Shin. This past Saturday, for example, I did a training on the 7 steps. This coming Saturday, we have the infamous Dr. Plant is going to be our main speaker. We're going to be able to ask questions of the chief financial officer of this company. That just fries my mind. But it's great that we have leaders like Kwang Soo on our team that have access to people like that. So again, come here every Saturday. There will always be relevant, important training to help you build your business. And it is exclusive to our team, so it's really good stuff. How to expand internationally, how to use social media by CC, and then myself, how to use the 7-step system. There's just really, really good, valuable information every Saturday, once a week. So that's kind of that. This next thing is the Cepeda morning calls. Everybody watching this, for the most part, is on the Cepeda team. If somebody got access to my blog, so be it. But the Cepeda morning calls are exclusive to the Cepeda team. And the first thing you want to do, Patricia, is go to besetfreelife.com and simply register with your username and password. That'll get you into the Cepeda database. And then from there, you can actually log into the besetfreelife.com back office. And right away, it'll tell you what number to dial into to get on a text alert system. And so if you're listening to this Getting Started Right, I'm not going to give out that number right now because that is exclusive to the Cepeda team. And the first time you actually dial in, they actually kind of check who you are and plug you in their database. So I highly recommend all 5 of these calls. If possible, start your morning out. Now, if you got to work, if you got a meeting, you can't be there. They do record all these. So you can go back like a day or 2 later and catch a recording of when you missed. But highly, highly recommend the Cepeda morning calls. They've been doing it for over 10 years now that they've been in the business. There's a reason they made over $20 million in this business this business, Isagenix, and they share all their tips right there with you. Or they have a leader that's doing the share the tips. So great training. Again, make sure you're on the text alerts. If you're not, get with your personal success coach. If you're personally enrolled by me or Diane, get with us and we'll make sure you're on that text alert. That's one of the main things I want all my people on. It gives you access to all the information that's coming up. Down here, you've got your getting started right, and that will actually have a recording of what we're doing right now. But in the meantime, it's got the documentation of what we're going to do right now. So I'm going to go there, getting started right. And so right here, I've gone step by step. So I'm going to pause the recording and see if Patricia has any questions, and we'll be right back. Okay, you good so far?
Yeah, I'm good so far. I don't believe I'm on the text alert. I thought I signed up for that BSET free, but I did not receive any type of notification. Okay. So I didn't know if I did something wrong.
Watch what I'm going to do real quick. Yeah, I got to be careful though, because I don't know who's going to see this. So
we can do it offline later if you want.
No, if you're okay, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
This is important to me. It's kind of the last piece of the puzzle here.
Okay.
I get a good getting started right, and I can just point people to the right place, and they can do it. So you go here. I'm in, so I can go get access.
Did you share the screen?
No, I'm not sharing. Oh,
okay.
I am sharing, but you're probably not seeing because
I'm not seeing it right.
That's weird. That's all right. We'll just have to get used to it every time we stop, restart it. See it now?
It's coming. Now I can see it, yes.
Okay, so this is the BSET free site.
Okay.
Your first time here, you'll just come down to like the members area and you'll have to register.
Okay.
So I'm already in, so I can just go to get access. And the first time you do this, you have to register. See how it says register here? You'll have to register.
Okay.
Once you're registered, it saves your username and password. You just log in. Once you're in, you see how you got to get in before you get in this information? So now, if you just text it right now if you want to. It's 877-723-4511. 877-723-4511.
Okay.
And then text the word Patty C, no spaces, and I'll automatically put you in the text alert.
P-A-T-T-Y?
Yes. P-A-T-T-Y-C.
Okay.
No spaces.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Okay, I want to close that. I want to close our site.
And I don't know if I'm jumping ahead or not, but I downloaded that. There was 2 apps.
I'll get there in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing good. You got the email to do that, so that's good. All right, for some reason it's taking a while to come up. There it is, my Facebook page. Okay, so that was kind of just getting them here. So now we'll get started. Let's go back to this page. Let me share my screen again. Are you seeing getting started right, or did I lose you?
Yes, we are good to go.
Oh, wow.
It's working.
So now I really don't know when it's going to work and when it's not.
Just don't forget to start the record button.
Maybe that's because the tab was already open. I didn't open a new tab. I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually. Okay, we're going to start again. Patricia brings up a good point. She's just got herself on a text alert system, which is what I want you to do. Stop the recording and do the different things. So she went to bsetfreelife.com. She registered, and then she got the code to get set up on the text alert. Now you're going to get text alerts to like business opportunity meetings, trainings, and you're welcome to plug into anything you want. The only thing we teach that's a little different than the Cepedas is they teach the Value Pak as the primary focus on bringing new people in, whereas we teach the Everyday Shake Pak. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but it's primarily the difference is we want to take away the price objection for your new people. Again, I'll mention this later because it's important. It's the only difference, but the Value Pak is the absolute best value for your money. And the products that are in the Value Pak are pretty much what Diane and I order every single month because we've just fallen in love with them. But for a brand new person, I just don't want price to even come into their mind. I want it to be so inexpensive that at less than $50 a week for 67% of their groceries, they're like, ching, duh, it makes sense. So that's the reason we do that. And I only tell you that because if you're pushing your new people onto the Cepeda calls and they're promoting the Value Pack, and then you're promoting our calls too, and we're promoting the Everyday Shake Pack, it can be a little confusing for a new person. So the Cepedas have made 20 million plus. So you cannot go wrong following exactly what they're doing. However, if you choose to go with the Everyday Shake Pack as your lead pack, then I recommend you kind of focus your person to this. When you get them on the Cepeda text alerts, let them know that those other calls, that one difference will be there. So you pre-warn them. Everything else is exactly the same as what they teach. Okay, so I hope that made sense. So we're back at the Getting Started Right. We got here by going to teamofhope.com, and then the very bottom, under the 7 steps, under the presentation schedule, under the Cepeda calls, at the very bottom is the link to Getting Started Right, and that's where we're at now. So the first thing is, if you're really brand new and you haven't even placed your first order yet, that's your first order of business, and you want to order the Everyday Shake Pack. Pick your flavors. Pick if you want dairy-free or regular or a combination, but do that. Now, hopefully the person that is getting you started sent you a recommended cart, because that's the easiest way to get started. And I'm going to teach you how in a little bit here, Patricia, but the recommended cart is the ideal way to get started, and it's very duplicatable. And everything we do is duplicatable. So I hope that's how you get started. If not, don't worry. Tell me who your enroller is. I'll help them understand the importance of that. But, you know, there are different ways to enroll new people. That's just the way we do it to keep this duplicatable. Once you enroll as a new customer, you're going to get email that's going to send you to, it says welcome to Isagenix.com. So it's going to send you there. So I'm going to make sure I'm recording. I am. So this first link is to the welcome to Isagenix.com. And from here, it's really well done. The company's put that together. And the very top, there's 3 videos. One is how to do a shake day, how to do a cleanse day, and how to open your pack. Well, since we don't teach the cleanse or the pack initially, we just want a new person to focus on how to do a shake day. So that's what we wanted to watch. And as the leader, you want them to know they're going to see other products mentioned in there, and you want to go, well, yeah, there's 200 plus products from what we understand, but we want to focus on just this one to get started. So that's number A. Next is B, your next steps to a healthier lifestyle. Again, at welcome to Isagenix.com, there are the links right there. So the IsaLife app is a must-have app for not only business builders, but also all your customers. It's easy to reorder. It's easy to manage your lifestyle rewards, which is kind of like your automatic replenishment order. It's a phenomenal tool for your own transformation experience. The IsaLife app is my favorite app. So you got to get all your new people on that, especially all your customers. And then business builders obviously are going to want to be on that. The other thing that's at welcome to Isagenix.com is the IsaBody challenge. Again, if you're in the business, it's absolutely a no-brainer if you're doing this as a business. But even our customers, it's a free challenge. There are some rules and criteria, but it literally gives your new person every 16 weeks a $200 gift certificate to use towards Isagenix products and a cool t-shirt. So you want to get all of your new people to download the IsaLife app and to sign up for the IsaBody challenge. Okay. The next thing down on that same page, welcome to Isagenix.com, is the You Share, They Share video. Now, again, I put in my notes here, learn to use the Everyday Shake Pack instead of Value Pack when you're doing your math. So instead of $900 or $1,000, our person's going to make $575. But every night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we show it that way. So it's a simple change, and hopefully it resonates with you like it does me on why we do that. And if not, I'm serious. Plug in with the Cepedas completely and follow that system, because it works. I mean, it works really, really well for a lot of people. For me, at this time of my life, the Everyday Shake Pack starting people is the way I want to go, because I want mass, fast duplication. And literally, that's how I went executive in 19 days. I wasn't selling value packs and ultimate packs. I was bringing people in 100 BV. I was told, find 10 people, help them become consultants, 5 on the right, 5 on the left, you'll be executive. And so I saw the easiest path to do that was, get people started with 100 BV, and bam, 19 days, I was an executive. That was before I got trained. Once I got trained, I learned later to sell the Value Pack and the Ultimate Pack. And so for fast duplication, we're going to start people small, let them graduate, like the call Saturday where we're going to hear from Dr. Plant. They're going to hear about the CBD oil. They're going to hear about the energy drinks. They're going to hear about the cleanse. They're going to hear all about those. They're going, hey, I want to try this. I want to try this. They'll get to those products eventually, but we want to start people small. Anyway, I think that's the last time I'll mention that, but I want to make it really clear. The company and their you share, they share, again, promotes the Value Pack. We're promoting the Everyday Shake Pak. The only difference is it costs a lot less to get started, but you make a little less on the product introduction bonuses. Okay, let's go down here. I made that note right here for you in the future reference. Resources. At the bottom of the page, and again, we're on the page of welcome to isagenix.com. On the bottom of that page, in the bottom right-hand corner, they have these resources available. Highly, highly recommend you become familiar with these sites. And I will make these hyperlinks active after this training today, to where if the company takes those off their site for whatever reason, we'll still have them here, because the Isagenix Business link there is something I recommend all new people use. In fact, we'll get to that soon here. Secondly is the Isagenix Help Center, where you get support and help. Third is the Isagenix Health. That's where I go for any health-related questions. If somebody says, I'm suffering from blank, I say, look, don't look to me to answer. Go to isagenixhealth.net and type in your topic, and it'll bring up blog articles about your specific topic. It's a phenomenal resource. The clinical research is there. It's just a phenomenal resource. The Isaproduct is another place to go when people want in-depth product information. Send them there. Use the tools. Don't you become the expert. You become an expert at showing where to go. And then lastly is recipes. Again, one of the things on a shake day is 2 shakes, meal replacements, and then 1 healthy, balanced meal. Well, they give you recipes to help you come up with creative ideas on how to have that healthy meal. The last point in this section of our training is join the Isagenix Business Facebook group. And on this site, they actually have a link for that. And then there's 3 other sites I recommend you join. Now, if you're person enrolled by me, I recommend you become my friend on Facebook, because I'll communicate with you a lot through Facebook Messenger and stuff. However, if you're not on my personal enrollment team that I'm personally working with, unfortunately, I'm not taking a whole lot of new friends from Isagenix, because I use Facebook for recruiting. And so these are the sites for everybody. These are not recruiting sites. These are where you go for support and questions and team and encouragement. So the Isagenix Business Facebook group, that's corporate-wide, it's huge, it's valuable. But the 3 that I really recommend are Isa World, and that's Kwang-Soo Shin's group. And that's where we keep a lot of our information there. And then there's 2 of the Cepeda sites, BSF space BIZ. That's the business site for the Cepedas. And then you've got the Be Set Free, hashtag BSF, happy, healthy people. So if you type all that in the Facebook search, it'll bring up the right, there's like 17,000 members. That's a site that CC president turned me on to, that she uses to bring all of her new people in, her prospects in, because there's a lot of good activity going on. It makes your business, even if you're just getting started, which you are, that's why you listen to this, look like it's hopping, because you got this huge team supporting you. So let me pause the recording and see if you have any questions about anything we've covered so far. Okay, Patricia just told me that my screen was not sharing, so let me stop share, and we'll start again. And I think the last you all saw was up here, like 2 ABC. So let me just take you down a little bit. And this is the bottom of C.
Okay.
And this is where I was talking about the Value Pack and the difference between that and the Everyday Shake Pak. And then this is D and E, and the Facebook groups I was recommending that you join.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you, Patricia.
You're welcome. The question that I had on like the IsaBody challenge. So 16 weeks, they go to the criteria, and then after that 16 weeks, that's something that basically that's another added benefit that we can have for the customers because it doesn't cost them anything, but to get even more free product, even if they just want to be a customer, they don't want to refer to.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now they do have to meet a certain criteria of business volume throughout that 16-week period, but there's really no other criteria. They've made it really easy to do.
Okay, great.
Okay, so do you see 3 now?
Yes, I see 3 now.
Okay, so this is back office setup and training. And now we're going to transition. We're going to actually go into my back office to show you these different things that I possibly can. But to do that, I'm going to pause the recording for just a minute. Okay, so for this back office training, I'm going to take you into my back office. So I'm going to come over here in the top right-hand corner where it says log in. I'm going to click on log in. And it's going to bring me to the, well, I was already logged in, but normally it'll make you put in your username and password, click that you're not a robot, and then it'll let you in your back office. So I'm in. Now, Diane and I have 2 business centers, and we teach everybody on the team, if you're married, husband and wife, to get 2 business centers. I'll explain placement stuff later. But Diane's is the business we're working predominantly. This is my business center. So from here, I want to start over here with the orders. And so with a brand new person, the first thing I want to teach them how to do is manage their lifestyle rewards. Depending on how I set them up, I'm typically going to recommend a lifestyle rewards, but if they choose not to do that, that's their option. I want to encourage them to set up their lifestyle rewards. They get a little more discount, and it sets them up on a regular systematic way to get their products. And if they're in the business side of this, they for sure want to be on that because it helps them maintain their active status of at least 100 personal volume every 30 days. And for training purposes, we always teach 28 days. That way, for one thing, it's on the same day of the week every 4 weeks, and it gets you a little extra commission. So next here, we go to place order and then manage lifestyle rewards. That's what I want to do with my person. And typically on that manage lifestyle rewards, I recommend the Everyday Shake Pak. I honestly believe everybody should be getting 2 shakes a day in their body. Now, if for some reason they decide they want to go a little different direction on an ongoing basis, that's fine, as long as they're doing 100 BV. But Everyday Shake is called that for a reason, every day. So anyway, for what it's worth, that's what I recommend on the lifestyle rewards. The next point is the ISA delivery option. So let's go here to place order. Over here, it's got ISA delivery option. Let the person make up their own mind, but at least give them the opportunity to know that it's available. The ICE delivery option, you click on it, it'll show you. Diane and I already have it on both our accounts. Yeah, see how it says already purchased? But basically for only $119, so it's $119 a year, and then all your shipping for the whole year is covered. That includes your monthly order, any orders you place throughout the month, all covered, no matter how big or how small. It's pretty awesome. I think they are eventually going to have a minimum order, but as of right now, I don't know of one. So, oh wait, based on shipping cost for product orders of $50 or more. So they have added that in real small print down here. So the order's going to be at least $50 before you get the free shipping. So again, all your customers may not want to do this, but it is a tremendous benefit to them. And it really improves your retention. If somebody invests $119 in shipping for the whole year, chances are they're going to keep ordering all year to take advantage of that shipping. So it's smart for retention too. So let me get to the next part of our training here. All right, let's go back here to orders. So did your screen roll with that, Patricia? Do you see? Okay, so you can see on mine, we've got plenty of shakes on hand. So on my personal lifestyle rewards, I'm getting the Isagenix, and we're getting the daily wellness pack, 164 BV. Now, that's my monthly order that comes in every month because we use those products all the time, and we always use them. So we just replenish every month with that. During the month, if we want to order more, we come up here to orders and we just go to place order. Now, our recommended way to order and manage your lifestyle rewards is in the IsaLife app. That's the easiest, best way to do these things, but you can also do it in your back office here. And for training purposes, it's just easier to show you here. But the IsaLife app is our recommended way to modify, change your lifestyle rewards order and to place an order throughout the month. If you want and you've got enough product for your lifestyle rewards and you don't need it for a while and you place an order during the month, as long as you maintain that 100 personal volume, you can actually come back here and change your auto ship date, your lifestyle rewards date, push it out. Just make sure you stay within that 28-day cycle, if you know what I mean. Hope that helps. Last thing I want to talk about in this section is this international sponsorship here. This is something you're definitely going to want to do, but you don't have to do it right now. When you're just getting started, unless you're going to enroll somebody in Korea or the UK or Mexico or something, you don't have to worry about this until your team goes international. Now, here's a part where a lot of people get messed up or confused and they lose a lot of volume, unfortunately. Let's say you never go outside of Canada, US, or Puerto Rico. Then you don't personally need this $49 a month expense. I'm sorry, not $49 a month. It's $49 a year to have that international sponsorship. However, Patricia, you're personally enrolled by me. So when I enroll somebody that falls under you, and that person enrolls somebody who enrolls somebody, and then that person has a cousin in Korea, South Korea, for example. And so way down there, you had nothing to do with it. It was spillover. It fell under you because I put somebody. Somebody way down there goes international. The only way you get credit for that business volume on that team is if you have the international sponsorship program here. So at some point, keep an eye on your business. If you start seeing a bunch of names that don't look like neighbors of yours, you might want to consider investing $49 to get credit for that volume. All right, let me check my notes. I think that does it for that portion. Let me pause and see if you have any questions. So Patricia, that's a good question. Why don't you go ahead and re-ask that for those listening via recording?
Yeah, I have a friend who lives in New Zealand, and she has watched the intro video, and she has listened to the calls that we've been doing Monday through Thursday. So my question is, if she wants to enroll and wants to pull that trigger, I have to actually go ahead and make sure that I have that international sponsorship for the $49 before I can enroll her as a business partner.
Absolutely. I don't think I paid the $49 on this account because this is my account, whereas Diane is my enroller. So let me check real quick and I can show you. If I go to enroll new member, you see how it just has US up here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, watch what happens when I sign out of here and go to Diane's account. Are you still following me on the screen? Do you see the login?
So far it is, yep.
Okay, so I got my login there. I gotta show them I'm not a robot. So if I go here to team and go to enroll new member again, this time I'm on Diane's site where we have paid for the international. See all the different countries we have available now?
Oh, okay. And there's New Zealand, okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna sign out of her account. All right, go back into mine.
Can I ask another question while you're doing that?
Yes.
So if she goes ahead and enrolls, the majority of her people are out of the country, right? So would she sign up under that? Does she have to have both of them if she's going to be the U.S. and
Good question.
Out of the country, or does she just do the out of the country, and then how would she promote that to her team members?
Excellent question. If she's living in New Zealand, if she wants, first of all, when she signs up in New Zealand, she unless she has a residence here and everything, she has to sign up with her in New Zealand, and so her area is I'm not exactly sure, but I know it's at least Australia and New Zealand, and I think part of Europe might even be in that group. I know New Zealand and Australia are at least together,
Okay.
and I think there's another country or two connected with them. That's her area that she can do without having that international sponsorship. If she wants to enroll anybody here in the US, she has to have that US sponsorship.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go back here just real quick. I'm on my account again. So I'm out of Diane's, I'm in mine. And I just want to show you, I forgot to hit this button here where it says change member on mine. Yeah, see down here how it's got Canada, Puerto Rico, and US. So without paying the $49, that's all you have access to is those 3 countries. In
Okay.
hers, it'll be New Zealand, Australia, and a couple others. I want to say, I don't want to confuse you. I don't know, but she'll have her own little part of the world that she's got access to.
Okay.
All right, so I'm in mine. Let's go back here. Okay, the next portion I want to train you on is the team here. So we're going to click on the team button. And I'll make sure the screen's still following me. Make sure I'm still recording. All right, so under team, the first thing you want to do is the pathway to associate. Now, I've already done that. You've already done that, so I can't show the new person how to do that. But there's a big box here that says pathway to associate when you're first getting started. You click on that and it'll walk you through some simple steps. Basically, the company needs to know who you are for tax purposes so they can send you a 1099 at the end of the year if you earn a certain amount of money. So that's the purpose of the pathway to associate. So anyway, that's usually right back here. But since I'm already an associate, it's not there, obviously. But that's the first thing you do before you go to team, because when you go to team, the stuff I'm going to show you is not there for a customer. Customers don't have access to all this stuff that you get as an associate. When you become an associate, if you're on a Lifestyle Rewards order, it's $29 a year. Yeah, a year. That sounds so crazy, but it's $29 a year to be an associate. If you're not on the Lifestyle Rewards, I'm pretty sure it's $39 a year. The reason I don't know that is because I never signed anybody up without being on the Lifestyle Rewards. So everybody that signed up is $29 a year. So again, preferred membership is free. People come in, they're a free customer. They can buy whatever they want, as little or as much. Once they want to become an associate and start earning cash instead of coupons and vouchers for their product introductions, they become an associate. Now they get the back office and they can start earning extra commissions. So that's called the pathway to associate. Let me pause the recording, see if you have any questions about that. Okay, the next thing here is the crystal bonus deadlines. And you'll notice these deadlines. You want to make note of these in your calendar and you want to work towards them. Now you'll notice all 3 of mine have expired and I did not earn those crystal those crystal bonuses. I was focused on building Diane's position. I still am. My position is more for the future. And so you want to go into your back office, find out what your crystal bonus deadlines are. For instance, Crystal Consultant, they don't put that back here, but you got 30 days from the time you sign up to become an associate. You got 30 days to get your 2 to become a consultant, and you get an extra $50 bonus. So instead of just 50, which you get no matter how long it takes you, you get an extra 50 if you do it within 30 days. The manager bonus is 60 days from the time you become an associate. The director bonus is 120 days from the time you become an associate. And the executive is 180 days from the time you become an associate. Every year that I've been involved, which is I'm into my 4th year now, full 3 years behind me. I'm into my 4th year. Every year so far, the company has reset that calendar so you could re-earn those bonuses. So if you do miss it one year, you can always go for it the next. But it's a nice little carrot out there for those who are building the business. So that's your crystal bonus deadlines. Make sure you get those in your calendar. Work with the person who enrolled you to put together a game plan to achieve those bonuses. If that's important to you, we'd love to help you. The next thing back here under team is your view placement tree. So your view placement tree is going to show you your volume. As long as you're doing your 100 personal volume every 30 days, your volume accumulates and doesn't flush. If you get to the point where you don't stay active, your volume will flush. But other than that, it doesn't flush. And so you come down and it shows you your team. You got a right team and a left team. And you can see where people are on your team. I use this a lot. Like I'll scroll down to see different people, you know, who's doing what. You can see people that did not renew. You can see Troy, who's actively, you know, staying active with at least 100. And you just go on down the list. You got this bottom right button. That'll take you all the way down the bottom right of your team. So if you hit that, it'll just take you all the way down the bottom. You kind of work your way back up, see who's doing what. Here's Kevin Carter, brand new, signed up his dad. He's about ready to become a consultant. Got Chris Moore, Les Johnson, a couple guys I just recently enrolled. So you see the side of your team and what's going on. One way to enroll a new person is to come in here and click on that open spot here. But it's not the way we recommend. I'm just telling you, it is a way. The best way is use the IsaLife app and use the recommended cart. That's the best way. Okay, so that's the tree placement view placement tree. The next is one of the most important that we're going to cover today for you and all new people. It's how to manage my recommended cart. Do you see that? Manage my recommended cart. Okay, so you're going to click on manage my recommended cart. And I just did a video on this within the last few days. So if you go to the 7 steps on the teamofhope.com, step 5 is the set up your customer. It will teach you how to set up a recommended cart. So on here, this is the only cart I use anymore, the Everyday Shake Pak. So if I wanted to create a cart, I'd simply click here where it says create a new recommended cart, and then I could go through that. Now, for the sake of time here, I'm telling you on step 5 of the 7-step system, I have a short video where I did this training, so I'm not going to duplicate it. Go and watch that to learn how to do this. This is critically important though, because for your business to be highly duplicatable, you want to be using the recommended cart. And as he'll show you in that video, once you set it up here, you have to use your IsaLife app to actually send it to your prospect. And it's all in that short video. So again, go to teamofhope.com, the 7 steps, step 5, you'll see a video link to how to set up your recommended cart. Let me pause, see if you have any questions about that. Okay, so thank you, Patricia, for letting me clean up my my recommended carts. I've narrowed it down to just the Everyday Shake Pak, which is what I'm using. And on Diane's back office, if you went in there, that's all you would see now. Now that's all you see in mine too. I did happen to mention before I cleaned it up, I had 6 cases of Bia back here. And the reason I have 6 is because anytime you order 6 of the same type of product, you get an extra 10% discount. That's on top of the 25% discount. So that's pretty cool. So that's my recommended cart. So now if I logged into my IsaLife app using my account instead of Diane's, I would have that recommended cart back there. I can edit it on my IsaLife app, but I don't want to. I want it to be just like that, and I can send it out to my customer. And that training is already there for you. So watch that training. It's very important that you know how to do that. That's one of the key things I want my new people to know. All right, so let's see if you're still following me here. Enroll new member. We kind of talked about that a little bit. You can do that under team, but I recommend you could go here and there's an enroll new member here. You can also do it in your view placement tree, but I recommend you use the IsaLife app and the recommended cart to enroll all your new people. Make you very duplicatable. So any questions about that section of our training before we go on? Okay, so the next thing in our training is resources. And under resources, most of this, if not all of this, is not there for a customer. This is for people that are in the business. Now, there is so much here. You could spend your first 90 days learning all this stuff. We don't want you to do that. I want you to do just the bare minimum. And in fact, this is one of the reasons we're having this call is you asked me, what's my website? I'm like, oh, that would be good to let you know that. Under resources here, you're going to come down to where it says manage my website. You're going to click on manage my website. And then you'll see it's got the default homepage, suggested, the IsaMovie. I'm going to recommend you use the IsaMovie. So change it to IsaMovie. I recommend you upload a picture. Here is very, very important. It's going to show you what your URL address is for your website. So in this particular site, even though my username is Global Chuck, my website is IsaChuck. It's got to be something unique. And you can fill in your information down here. I don't use this site much, as I said, because I'm primarily building from my wife's position. 0497. Don't forget to come down here and hit save. I can't tell how many people have forgotten to hit save and then they're wondering, why isn't my site on this IsaMovie like I want it? So those are the 4 things I want to teach you about manage your website back here. Pretty self-explanatory, but I will pause just a second just to make sure. Okay, so the next part is this contest and promotions. Now, please, I beg you, don't get lost in the weeds here. But I do like people to realize this. I mean, I've been in other companies. These are all promotions going on at the same time. I mean, this company is crazy. Please don't listen to me, Isagenix. But they want you to succeed. I mean, all this. Now, for a brand new person, where I want you to focus is the box that says Crystal Consultant Bonus. Until you're a Crystal Consultant Bonus, don't pay any attention to any of the other stuff here except the IsaBody Challenge. I do want you to get the IsaBody Challenge right away. But focus on the Crystal Consultant Bonus. And you do that by focusing on the 7 steps in our system. Okay, that's that. Any questions about that?
On the Crystal Consultant Bonus, that's the one that's up to like $750.
That's the one that you get 2 customers in your first 30 days and you get extra $50. So
Okay.
you get one your right, one your left. That makes you a consultant. You did in your first 30 days. That's a Crystal Consultant Bonus.
Okay.
You get the extra $50.
Okay.
Okay. So that's we want you to get that. The sooner the better on that one. All right. One of the last things we're gonna do here in the back office. In fact, I think it might be the last thing back here. Yeah, it looks like it is my account. So you're gonna come up here to my account. And this is what programs some of the details. First thing you want to do is kind of look at things and just make sure, everything's in the way it should be. Make sure your email's right, your phone number's right, just the basic stuff. You're going to come down and here it's got placement. And so under placement, this is where you can preset your placement to go right or go left. You can also adjust this in your IsaLife app when you're using the IsaLife app. So in your case, you want to have one on your left and one on your right. That makes you a consultant. So your first 2, it's one right, one left. And it doesn't matter if you think it's going to be a customer or if you think it's going to be a builder. We're just talking whatever. Everybody comes in as a customer. Your first 2 is one right, one left. Now, if you are married, you do want your spouse to be at the top of your focus leg. And let me show you how you determine which side is your focus leg. So here's where you come here and you hit edit in your placement. And it'll say, do you want your minor leg, which is the leg with a weaker volume? Or do you want to go right leg or left leg? So you get to choose how you want it. So mine is set up right now for right leg. So I'll just save it as that. In your case, you're going to want to do one right, then go back and do one left. And this is how you can reset it in advance. Another thing in the beginning you can do is come back here to team. Is your screen still following along? You see team, Charles Williams, my ID number and all that? Okay. Under team, go to view placement tree. And this is the only time I would ever recommend placing your people using this back here. You can actually come down here and say, okay, you know, Patricia, let's just say there's you. And I want my next person to go down here, bottom left. So I want them on my left. If I went minor volume team, it would put them over here because it said, no, this is your weaker side. Well, if you want your first person on this side, you'd actually click right there and then enter them. Again, the preferred method is using your IsaLife app because it does the same thing. It tells your new person, when you send them the link, it'll automatically put them on the side you want. By the way, Isagenix is very generous. I think you got 2 or 3 days. Do it within 2 to be sure. I think it might be 3. But if you accidentally place them in the wrong place, as long as you get a hold of them right away, they'll move it at no cost if you do it right away. So bing, one there, one there. Now, when people talk about focus leg and team leg, you're like, what's what? If you look at this little arrow above your box, the arrow points to your sponsor. So the arrow is pointing to me up above you. And so the arrow is saying, hey, Chuck's over there. So the people I'm enrolling for you are falling on your left side. So your left side is your team side, because that's the side that the team is helping you to build. The other side of your business, your case, the right side, is your focus team, because long-term, that's where you're going to spend most of your career building, is that focus team. So in your case, the left team is your team side, and the right team is your focus side. Okay, so I'm going to go to the top of my tree. You see my name up there again, Charles Williams?
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple tips here. If you're married, you want your spouse at the top of your focus team. That's going to allow you to double dip on the volume long term, and very long term. What Herb and Patty Cepeda have taught me is, until Diane is cycling 100 times a week, which is over $5,000 a week, I should stay focused on her position, come down and build mine after I get her to 100 cycles a week. Secondly, I'm going to teach you to follow the Cepeda system here in just a minute, which is go consult an ASAP and then put your next 10 customers on your team leg. However, the only exception to that would be if you enroll your mom on your focus leg, I wouldn't then in turn enroll my sister on the other leg, because then all the relatives in the family, they're competing. You want them all on the same side of your business. So if you have 2 best friends and the 3 of you hang out together and the 3 of you have a lot of mutual friends, you want to put those 2 friends on the same side of your business so you're all working together. Hope that makes sense. It's just a little strategy. Okay, if you go back to resources, and under resources, they have a back office walkthrough here. And it's got, even better than I just did, all kinds of stuff to teach you about your back office. I just went through the basics that I want my new people to understand. So that's why we did it the way we did. But it's all right there for you on that back office walkthrough. Let's pause because we're at a breaking point here. Any questions about the back office and what's important? Okay, this next part of our training, we're going to get out of the back office. And at this point, I would want you to install the Isagenix Business app on your mobile device. So just go to your Google Play Store, or if you've got an iPhone, whatever you guys call that. But you go back there and you install the Isagenix Business app.
I have it.
Yes, that's it. You got it, I got it. So that's it. It's a great resource for PDFs, for videos, for building your business.
Okay.
It's a phenomenal tool. Go ahead.
That one's different from the IsaLife.
Yes, it's different. The IsaLife app is more for customers, and the IsaLife app is also phenomenal for sending out your recommended carts. And there's a lot more than that to it too. I mean, I'm using the tip of the iceberg of what's available, but it's a high-powered app. For $29 a year to be an associate, the tools they give you, it's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got $1 million business at your fingertips. But the Isagenix Business app is where There is in your back office, your isagenix.com back office, there's a place where you can purchase a little bit of an upgrade. And long term, I do recommend that. It's about, I could ask Diane, she knows exactly, 16, 17 bucks a month. To me, it's worth it because it gives me the desktop version, not just the mobile app. And more importantly, it gives me the ability to send out samples to my potential customers. I really like that. So to me, it's worth it, but you don't need it to start. The free Isagenix Business app is swell for getting started. So that's that. Very powerful. And there's tutorials and things you watch on that. It's a great app. The next thing I want to talk about, let me share my screen again, is the isagenixbusiness.com site. Now, again, this thing is the Cadillac of training. There's so much here, a new person can get thoroughly confused. So what I like to do is have them scroll down a little bit and it'll say, what's new? And just have them look. Don't get crazy trying to figure all this out. Just look at the stuff. Come on down. Success stories are here because a lot of people are like, oh, I want to have some success stories. I want to motivate myself. I want to watch one success story every morning. Right here, isagenixbusiness.com, best place to go. There's training, there's calls, there's promotions, podcast, recognition. It's a very, very well done site. But the only thing I want you focused on as a brand new person is this, my first 90 days. So you're going to click on this download the plan, and it's going to give you a PDF of this 90-day success plan. Now, a lot of stuff in here is so valuable. Basics that I always take for granted that I shouldn't, like writing down your why, writing down your list. Those are critical things that a new person has at their fingertips here. It's got your weekly calendar. It's a wealth of information. I think it's page 47 is what I'm really looking for. It's back in the notes and resources.
Page 49, I think it is, Chuck.
It's 47.
Is it 47?
That's
okay.
Your pathway to executive. And again, as a brand new person, I don't want you focused on executive yet, but I want you to know that's the end game. That's where we're going eventually. Right now, your only focus is those 7 steps, putting people in the funnel, getting to watch the video, step 2 and step 2 and 3 video, 3-way calls, and get really good at that 7 steps. You get really good at that, and everything else will fall into place. But I do want you to print out the 90-day game plan, because stuff like building your list, your why, it's a great resource to have. And that 90-day plan to executive, you got 180 days to get there, but why not do it in half the time? Okay, so I want you to know that that's all there, but I don't want you to get distracted trying to figure all this out. There's a lot there. So come back out of there, go back to teamofhope.com, and this should be your focus. Focus 100% of your attention on this right here. 95% of your focus should be on this step 1 right here. And last night, in preparation for our training today, I went into this step 1 link right here, and I updated that. And here, I'll just take you real quick. Are you still following on your screen? And I'm still recording. I don't think I messed it up yet. Okay, so what I've done is I listened to about a 7 or 8 minute training the other day from Fraser Brooks out of the UK. I used to be in the Shopping Genie with him years ago, and I saw him doing a trainer, Eric Warrior. I'm like, I'm going to listen to this. So I listened, and it was just concise. It was wonderful. So I want to give him credit. And so that's his recording. And then I took this from CC President's training on social media. It's called CPR. And she can send you a link to the whole training if you want. But get on the daily group power hours, and I've got that down below. But we train on this stuff on Saturdays, and the recordings are there. But it's connecting, it's posting, it's replying. This is how you get the funnel started. But then nobody knew what to do after that. Well, now we've got this phenomenal strategy. And this is from Fraser and his training. You know, post with intention on your social media to get engagement. Don't post about Isagenix just post to get engagement. And then once you get engaged, this is a simple example. I'm grateful for ... What are you grateful for? And then let people respond, and then just be authentic. It's got to be something you're really grateful for. Don't be making stuff up, and make it real. And then when people respond and you connect with them and you become friends with them, then you send them a message. The message we're sending right now, and until this coronavirus is no longer a hot topic, we want to focus on, bringing positivity to the internet, bringing positivity to people's lives. So that's a great message for somebody you don't even know, but you just connect it with. You just send them that message. Just add your personality just a little bit, but I really want you to get as close to that script as you can, because you want to be duplicatable. So add your personality if you have to. If you say hi, Mary, instead of hey, Mary, change it. But other than that, keep it the same. You get the idea. Now, something I've been using as a bridge from that script to me talking about the business is this simple bridge right here. When the person tells me how the family's doing, and then they ask me, how are you and your family doing? I'll then come back with this line right here. We're doing great. My ministry and business are booming. Started social media training February 1st, and I'm using both of it I'm using some of it in both my ministry and my home-based business. Lots to learn, smiley face. What I just did is I kind of like raised the flag that I've got a ministry and I got a home-based business. Would you like to know about either one of those? And so my prospects are getting back to me with the, hey, tell me more. Now, that's not going to stop me. I'm not going to wait for them to do that. If we're in communication, now, if I send them this note about how you doing, hope your family is safe, and they don't respond at all, then I'm going to the next person. But if they respond at all, I'm potentially going to bridge, but then I'm getting down here to seeking permission to talk about my business. Don't be afraid to do this. People don't want you to be their friend for 6 months on social media to get to this point. That's weird. You're becoming friends, you're building a business, get to the point. They want you to get to the point. And so you do it in a very professional way. I like that third one myself. Hey, I'm just curious, would you be open to checking out some information on a way to make money on social media? No worries. If not, I just thought I'd ask. So you're just curious, you're asking for permission, and you're taking the pressure off by saying no worries if you're not. It's beautiful. Now, I changed it just a little bit. I quote it word for word the way Fraser was doing it, but just to show you how you can tweak it a little bit. For me, instead of making money on social media, my hot button for me is making money working from home. And so I tweaked it just a little bit for me on a way to make money working from home. No worries if not, I just thought I'd ask. So I hope that makes sense. Got some additional tips down here from Duncan and CC. Then we've got CC's Power Hour down here where you can actually work with the pros and get this cemented in. But that's step one of the 7 steps. And it's the most important. You're going to spend 95% of your time this first 90 days in step 1. So get it down. Print out the script. Get good at it. Do you see, does it say 7-step system of duplication, or did I lose the?
It does now, yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so it's still following me. All right, underneath the 7-step system of duplication, if you scroll down under the 7 steps, which hopefully you're gonna become an expert at, right at the bottom, there's a training I did this past Saturday that goes over it in detail. Then you got your live presentation schedule. I know I covered this in the beginning, but to me, this is the most important thing. I want to leave you with what we started, because I want you to come back here. I want you to go through and check all those other things off we did to get you all set up, but then come back here and get to work. This is where you want to spend all your time. Got your Saturday noon, your text alerts. Everything's right here. The last part of getting started right, Patricia, is identifying who you can do 3-way calls with. Because when I'm doing training on the 7 steps, you go back to that recording, you'll see I really emphasize this. In step 4, it's to introduce your success coach. But you'll also notice up here after step 1, I've also got, if you're brand new, as soon as you get somebody interested, you might want to introduce them to your success coach and not wait for step 4, because you may never give them to step 4 if you're brand new. Whereas I have a little more experience, a little more belief in this. I can hopefully get some of those people that maybe won't go to 2 or 3 to go there with you if you can get me involved on a 3-way call. So there, after step 1 when you're brand new, and for sure here, step 4, preferably before they sign up, because what that does, I know you can sign them up on your own, but what it does is it creates an environment where the person sees you getting help, they realize they can get help, and it makes them want to become part of the business. So right there's a great place to do a 3-way call. Now on that 3-way call, I'm basically going to set it up on a silver platter that you're going to then send that person a recommended cart and follow up to make sure, you know, they have no problem getting enrolled. It's that easy. So that's the Getting Started Right training. Any questions that you have at all about the training today?
One of the questions that I have is back on the script portion where, you know, you're sending out one of the recommended scripts. How are you managing? Are you just copying and pasting it to your list of contacts to manage that? Because then if people are responding, I guess what kind of system is in place to help kind of balance that so that you're not missing anyone falling through the crack?
All right, that's absolutely an excellent question, and I'll teach you one of my tricks. I'm glad you brought it up. I use Google Calendar. You can use whatever CRM you want to use, but Google Calendar works really well for me. So what I do, Patricia, is when I'm talking to somebody, I've made a connection, I've sent them something, what I'll do is I'll go into my Google Calendar and create an event for that person. And I'll show you in just a minute once it comes up. It's a little slow because we're on Zoom. Okay, you're getting to one of my secrets here, but I'm going to share with you because I want to share it. I just forgot to share it. You see all those Google Calendar reminders? Do you see my email, or do I need to refresh?
Yeah.
Okay. That's how I keep organized. So watch this here. This is one I did yesterday when I was going through my 7 steps. I'm focusing 95% of my time on the connecting with people. So here was the email I sent out to him yesterday. See, April 14th. Today's April 14th. This was yesterday at 1:44. I sent Paul. I was actually communicating with another Paul today, and it brought you to mind. I'm on a mission to fill social media with love and eliminate fear. So I want to reach out and see if you and your family are safe and doing well in these troubling times. How is this affecting your business? So you see how I tweaked it just a little bit? But that's that Hey Mary script, just a little different. Because he's not somebody that I don't know. I know Paul really well from previous businesses. He's gotten out of network marketing. So I'm staying in touch and just, hey, if the timing's right, great. Now, I don't even know what his response is. This is my first time to see this too, so I'm taking a little bit of a chance here. Yeah, so he's basically telling me about his endeavors and what's going on. So what I'll do is just write him back a little note, you know, thanking him. So that's how I do it. And if you go back, let me mark that on red so I can come back and actually handle that. But it works for anybody on here. Reggie Taylor is a good example. I'll also show you how I keep my notes in here. He'll come up in just a minute. He comes up as an event. And so when I come here, I hit this edit event. And then he comes over here. And then I'll put 4/13/20, whatever I did. I'll put my note there and I'll hit save. But I also will set them up for how often I want to follow up. So if it's a hot lead, I'm going to do, I may come down and do daily. I may do custom and do every 3 days or every 4 days. I may do weekly. If it's something I'm working on and it never really comes about, then I may put them on monthly. And then after a while, if they're not doing monthly, I'm going to go to every 3 months, every 6 months, every year. But this is how I manage my business. I've got probably 1,000 people in the funnel, and I use Google Calendar to keep organized. I'm really glad you brought that up.
Okay, so then my next question is, I probably should get a completely separate email address for this business specific.
That's up to you. To me, I find it a little more difficult to have multiple emails going out there. So I like one where everything comes to, but yeah, you get organized however you want. You may want a separate one. That's up to you. I'm going to pause this recording again. All right, just real quickly before we go, you brought up a good point. So I'll actually kind of walk you through how I do this. So I have open the script from the teamofhope.com, step 1, the link. I click on the link, it brings me to the script. So I got this open. I'll come to my Google Calendar, and I get an event reminder as people come up. So this Peggy's a friend of mine. She's recently said she's not interested in network marketing, but I still stay in touch with her because things change. I've said a couple times in my life I'd never do network marketing. Here I am. So what I would do is I'd open up more details, which then reminds me to come back here and update her file. That's the reason I open that at that time. It's just the way I do it. If you got a better system, do it, but I'm just showing you what I do. I then come back to my script, and I come down to this part right here. Now, I know this might sound crazy, so we don't know each other. That doesn't relate to me and Peggy. I know her. So I'm going to start my message from here that I'm on a mission to fill social media. So I'm going to just take that part of it. I'm going to come up here to Facebook. I'm going to come over here to message, and she'd be happy if I send her money, but I'm just going to send her a message. I'm going to say, Peggy, your name came to mind today. And if she ever watches this video, she'll know why. Okay, and then what I do is I copy this back and I send it to Peggy. I just started a conversation with Peggy. So I'll come back to my Google Calendar that I opened up. Where's Peggy? It's a little slow right now. Okay, can you see Peggy's box that just popped up, or is it no longer sharing? You see it? Okay. So what I do is hit edit, a little pencil looking thing, edit. And I'll come down here, 4/14/2020, put what I put in there. I've got her this monthly on the second Tuesday. Well, she's told me she's not interested, so I'm going to move her out to annually now. And I hit save. And so now once a year, I'll just keep in touch with her as a friend. I don't ever expect her to get in my business, but if she ever gets a point in her life where she wants to, I will be the one who has stayed in touch with her and keep that relationship alive. So I'm glad you asked that question because that's how I stay organized. I hope that helped.
Yeah, I did. That was great. Thanks.
All right. Have a great day, everybody. If you're watching this video, plug in teamofhope.com, 7 steps, and I believe you can do it. I really do. I think God's given me the clarity of how to set that up to where anybody can do it if you just do the work. So I'll see you at the top. Patricia,
Okay.
I know I'll see you at the top. God bless you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye.